information and communication vital when you're at the airport, right? You got to use that information to get to where you're going. Well, imagine if you had a question, maybe if you wanted to buy something, and your primary form of communication is sign language, but maybe the people you need to communicate with don't sign. Well, some technology is changing all that, and it's coming to the Rochester Airport very soon. This is a technology called MotionSavvy. Ron Pettengill is the CEO of the company, and Alex, how do you say your last name?
Palka.
Oh, Palka. I wanted to make sure I get that right, because not only is he working for the company now, but you created this while you were a student at RIT.
Yes. I started the company about 3 years ago when I was in my third year at RIT.
That's incredible. Do you ever say, I started a company when I was still in college? That's amazing.
Yes. You know, it's an amazing experience, because my background's in computer engineering, so I never knew I would be doing business. You know, typically my dream job back then was, go work for Google or Facebook or one of those companies. But the fact that, I had now run the tech side for company MotionSavvy, I never thought I'd be doing it.
All right, so like you get hands on the computer to give out a demo, and Ron, you want to sort of walk us through what we're seeing here?
Yeah, so what Alex is going to do is just a standard tablet. It's a Microsoft Surface Pro with a small motion sensor attached to it, and Alex, you see, is actually moving his hands, and it's a little hard to hear, but you might want to just do that again, Alex.
Yeah, do that one more time for us.
So it's translating into computer-generated voice. The ASL. So it said, "I missed my flight." So the idea at the airport would be that, and Bill's is obviously running the construction project here, is these would be a different facility. So maybe at retail like that, the airline gate, airline desk, downstairs a baggage claim. So if a deaf person walks up, they can begin signing, right? And that issues either voice or text to the hearing person on the other side. Then when the hearing person speaks, we use voice recognition. That translates today into text back to the deaf person. So the whole idea is you eliminate the need for a third-party interpreter.
Right.
So this technology is very important. We've got a lot of interest from not just here, this is a template for what we do, but also from supermarkets. We've actually been in talks with Disney to do a trial for them, banks, a whole range of areas. So we've gotten, Alex can confirm this, we've done a lot of presentations together. We haven't had anybody that said, no, we're not interested in that technology.
Sure.
Right? Doing technology for people with disabilities is a very big deal. And just to use a quote from Disney, they were asked about this last year. They see it as not just compliance with federal law, but part of the customer experience.
Sure, of course.
So it's totally changing. And the same thing, when we met with Bill Johnson and Mike here, talking about this, I think it was back in June, it's exactly what they said. We want to make the experience equal for everyone.
Because right now you guys have some type of form of communication device, but people are just taking out their iPhones and just typing out their concern. But this will sort of cut down on the timing of that process?
We'll have that position throughout the facility, so that no matter where you're going, you'll have an opportunity to engage a person with this device.
Okay. So let's say then would it be on, so the person does the sign language and it can communicate what it is that they are looking for, and then let's say they're asking me the question, I see I missed my flight, and then oh look, it just said, it can pick up my voice? Oh wow. So that was my second question. So I now speak the answer and it comes up and they can read it.
Ideally with decent accuracy. In a busy environment, it's voice recognition. You're probably most familiar with Siri on the Apple iPhone or Google's voice recognition. They have their own version of that. So that's one of the challenges we're facing, is making that really accurate, so that seamless transaction back and forth between the deaf person and a hearing representative of the airport, or even potentially enabling deaf employees of Rochester Airport to be able to communicate with other hearing employees or hearing travelers.
Oh, wow. So watch this. Watch this right here. I missed my flight. Look at that. So cool. So we've been talking about the timeline for everything. What do you think the timeline for this being implemented into the airport project is?
Well, that all depends on Bill's schedule, so I'm going to defer to him.
We're only a day old.
A day into the project, right? So maybe a few months or years down the road?
Oh, we're looking to wrap the project up in 2 years. So we'll be on a very advanced timeline, very compressed. We'll be engaging a lot of people very quickly.
Well, MotionSavvy, I just found him on Twitter. You can find out more as well. Guys, thanks for explaining this to us. Right, super cool, right? And by the way, I missed my flight. That's so cool.